Good morning. We are getting ready to leave Halmstad, where we have been for the past days. It's slightly past 6 o'clock in the morning. We have a pretty good weather window to leave for ANHOLT now. So that's what we're doing.
Yay! Nice to get some sailing done.
Yes.
Before the departure, I just checked the engine if everything looks okay, and I checked the oil, and yeah, the oil needed a slurk of oil.
Bye bye, Sweden! We are currently 1 hour outside of Halmstad. We have left Sweden for this time, and we are aiming towards ANHOLT, which is a Danish island. Marcus is making breakfast and I keep track on the sails. We're sailing wing on wing right now in a downwind course. The weather forecast says that we will have this kind of weather all day, and depending on when we arrive, we will arrive just as the wind dies down completely, or slightly after that. I might have to motor the last bit. But if we will stay like this, we will have a very pleasant sail.
Whoa, time for some banana and blueberry smoothie. Perfect for choppy seas, I think.
Leaving Halmstad today feels so good. We've been here for 3.5 days, I think. 4 days, 3 days. And that was more than enough. It's a really good stop if you have need for a city. That we did our last vaccination shots there, and some final shopping and grocery shopping. And for that, Halmstad is it's great. It's only 15-20 minutes walk from the harbor, and we were in the outer harbor. But it's an industrial harbor, so in the morning and in the evenings, when the large cargo ships and passenger ships are leaving and entering, you get a lot of noise from their engines, so that's a bit annoying, and not the most nice and relaxing place. But It's great if you have projects. We managed to get the reefs in the main because we had some calm hours. But yeah, it's good to be on the move again. Yeah, heading for Denmark.
We have now used the autopilot for almost the whole trip, and yeah, the autopilot behaves very impressively great. She follows the seas, the boat's movements, and yeah, in a very good way, like a very good sailor actually. So I'm very impressed. Before we had an old Raymarine autopilot, and yeah, that one didn't follow the seas or the boat in a good way. Definitely not when we have broad reach in this choppy and like confused seas. But this autopilot, a new Raymarine, does the job really good. And that feels really nice. It's one of the best updates, I think. So it's very nice to test it out a bit.
It was good that the old one broke.
Yeah, it was good that the old one broke. Yeah, I'm really, yeah, like I said, I'm really impressed. And it doesn't move the rudder too much. Yeah, it's doing great.
Sailing right now, it's very much like a roller coaster. We are doing a lot more speed than we had expected. So we are staying in the middle of the most windy section all the time. We do 8 knots, 8.5 over ground, and the wind is gusting between 15 and 20 knots of wind. So we make a lot more speed than we thought. We will probably make it there before the wind dies down, which is pretty good. Marcus is down below now taking some rest. And I'm up here trying to manage the sails and keeping a track on the wind transducer and the wind speed in case it should be time to take a reef. As long as we have the wind slightly from behind us on a broad reach, we are fine with full sails in this wind, but there is some signs of a wind shift. So we're moving more and more to a broad reach and close hold. So in that case, we definitely need to take the reef.
Food time.
Good time.
Eaten a delicious lunch with some lentils and coconut milk and some couscous and some tikka masala spices. It's very nice, like Indian style vegetarian lunch. some leftovers from yesterday actually. The wind has died down a bit. We have now about 10 knots of wind right in from the side, from the port side. Emmy will take a short nap, and in 2 hours maybe we will reach ANHOLT. Now we're starting to see ANHOLT. Outside ANHOLT it's about 20 to 30 meters depth, but when you're reaching ANHOLT the depth is around 3 to 5 meters, quite far out from the shore. So that's why our depth sounder just now ticked down to about 5 meters of depth, but we're still quite far away from the island. There's a lot of sand around ANHOLT. It's a beautiful island. This will be our second time here. Last time we sailed here we had like a lot of wind and beam reach with a lot of wind, and we had a dinghy on in the line, and it was like a crazy ride here. But as you can see today it's a lot smoother. The wind had died down a lot, but we're still doing good speed, and we'll be at ANHOLT in about an hour.
So we just had an engine failure outside of the marina. Not very fun. We had just taken the sails down and I was steering into like the pier, and the engine just stopped. So yeah, we got the head sail out pretty quickly. We were able to sail away from there, but yeah, I'm sailing back and forth now outside of the island, and Marcus is troubleshooting the engine. Hopefully we can find out what's wrong, otherwise we might sail into the marina. That will be first with this boat. Marcus found a blockage between the diesel tank and the filter that he managed to remove, but we ended up sailing into the marina with the engine idling in the background. We did not trust it to not stop again until we had found the actual cause of the blockage. We decided the safest course was to sail into the marina and only use the engine in case of any potential issue. We were lucky that Elin and Christoffer, whom we knew from Instagram, were in ANHOLT in the same time. We managed to get a hold of them and they guided us to a good spot that we could sail into without a problem. Thanks guys. The evening turned into a long night of cleaning out the diesel tank. Even though we only fuel up with marine grade diesel and use biocides to prevent growth, the tank was pretty full of dirt particles and slime. Once getting it all cleaned, we crashed in bed and then tried to make the rest of it a good stay at ANHOLT, walking around the island and barbecuing with our new friends, before it was time to take the next weather window and continue our journey.
Fika time.
Last time we were here, we crossed the island desert and visited the lighthouse on the eastern tip of the island. This time, however, we took another way to see the beaches on the south part of the island. We had fika along the road before heading onto a very windy beach. By the cliffs on the beach, Marcus found a stranded kayak that he was very sad to have to leave behind. Hopefully it will find its way back to its rightful owner, or bring joy in someone else's life instead. Someone that does not live on a 40-foot sailboat and plan to sail for the coming 1.5 years. We hope you have enjoyed sailing with us this week. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next leg in our adventure. Fair winds everyone, see you next week.